What is up? Just to show you what is going on. I am cleaning some carpets, mainly testing out before my LLC goes into carpet cleaning, because I started a pressure washing LLC to work around my tech school schedule. I'm going to cut a lot of that cleaning out, and this is just a raw video where I'm going to talk about the realities of like starting your own business, because there's a lot of really spruced up, nicely edited videos online that talk about how you could be your own boss, which is true. How you don't have to answer to everybody, which is true. You have more liability. They leave that out. And all the negatives, right, that come with leadership. There's a phrase, heavy is the head that wears the crown. And there's also a ton of influencers who say, hey, buy my course and I'll show you how to start a business. And a lot of people buy those courses, and if you want to buy those, that's on you. I mean, go ahead. I'm pretty sure there might be some gems of information out there, but for the most part, a lot of it is not too complicated to learn. Now, the trade you're going to be practicing in and taking part in definitely is going to have some effects. I can't tell you how to do that. So whatever it is you want to start a business on, that's up to you. As long as you have a model, have procedures, have a policy that dictates what you legally operate within, and then what you could put into writing, what is your customer's responsibility. So things like hold harmless liability insurance and everything, LLCs, how to start those, how to separate yourself from the LLCs. There's plenty of free legal videos that teach you how to do that. And it is a lot of information to learn, but a lot of it is free online. And you don't have to pay for any $50 courses. Now, you might want to take lessons on whatever it is you're planning on doing for a living, get really good at a trade, and then find a customer base, build a reputation, build a name for yourself, get good reviews, and make sure you have a well-written company policy and you follow that policy. But it's not all glitz and glam. It's not easy. Yeah, I don't want to seem like it is, but a lot of influencers like to talk about it like you get to be your own boss, spend your days doing whatever you want. And I've seen some of those really overly glamorized cringe videos, especially on like YouTube and TikTok, where it's like they're in the Bahamas with a dress and just making passive income while doing the breeze, but they're usually using that glam to get followings, and that's their actual business model. The real reality of starting a business is liability. So like I said, go over your liability, what you operate in, what you don't. If you're going to have employees, make sure you hold everybody to fair standards, because you put integrity into your business with your employees, then it doesn't fall. You can't go wrong being integral in most cases. There's some, cutthroat areas where, yeah, no, integrity could be a weakness. I'm not gonna lie and say that everything in life is sunshine and rainbows, but there's a lot of crazy stuff out there, especially in my early adult life. I learned that a lot of people aren't so nice, and it's a big shock. It's a big whoa moment, right? Not the worst thing in the world, but I can tell you that it's not this influencer Logan Paul, Jake Paul lifestyle that a lot of people make it out to believe. You're doing this to earn a living, and because you truly want to be your own boss, and you truly want to look after the customer and make sure that they are satisfied and make sure they don't have any grievances with you. Especially with my carpet cleaning thing that I'm starting right now, there's a lot of things that I'm going into about like preventing mold, making sure it's dried to the correct standard, making sure I know how to use my equipment fast and efficiently, right? So it is a lot of responsibility, a lot of legwork, a lot of doing research on whatever it is you want to do. A lot of skills involved, a lot of bookkeeping too. Make sure you keep your payments throughout the year so when tax season comes, you can get that done very easily. It just makes everything easier on yourself, not so hard on anybody else. But any influencer who tells you that it's all glitz and glam and you'll be able to go to the Bahamas every weekend like you want, not really, because sometimes you will have to work on weekends. Sometimes you will have to do a lot of extra after hours, like work longer than 8-hour days if you have a lot of clients, right? There's a lot of good resources to get your stuff marketed out there. But this is probably the most unedited version of starting a business where I can spew a lot of stuff out. I know it's a lot of information, but it's the reality of starting a business. And it's not, I know there's a lot of reality videos out there that make it seem like it's a nightmare. It's not a nightmare unless you make it a nightmare for yourself. If you're responsible and you know what you're doing and you have your liability and boundaries with your customers on what you're operating in, looking after safety, etc., you will do well. I can't give you an exact roadmap because there's hundreds of thousands of business ideas out there, right? But other than that, that's basically all I got to say. This is unedited, unscripted, what goes into starting a business. And I'm just here to say that you don't need to buy an extreme course, and there's a lot of info out there for free. So if you want to, I recommend just starting somewhere. And it sounds pretty unscripted of me to say, but I started somewhere and there was a lot of information I didn't know I was going to need later. But by the time I got a stronger base of knowledge while I got into starting my business, that really helped. Now, thank you guys very much. Hope all is well. Get digging.